Hello, hello. Good day to all. Neva Foxworth here with the Love Storm Show, where I always try to find some way to motivate, encourage, inspire you. Love is all not gone. It's not lost. It's in the air. It's drifting. The love of your life may be in the hands of someone that's mishandling it, or have mishandled it. I'm here to let you know. Stand firm. Stand your ground. Take what's deserving of you. I don't mean go snatching somebody else's made up either. But what I mean is, what's for you is for you. Um, I just had something on my mind today that I just want to share. And that is, if you're in a relationship and you're neglecting your spouse, your significant other, your cohabitant, reevaluate yourself and see what's lacking and missing. Don't hold on to people if you're not going to handle them with love and care. It's someone for everyone. Okay, to know that to know that some people be in relationships for decades and they're comfortable and okay with living their life as if they're single. That's not fair unless the other party is okay with that. If you're not engaging, growing together, sharing laughs together, helping each other out, seeing what's become of their day and how can you assist them, something's wrong. If you're not helping each other out, preparing meals, or at least taking turns, or selective jobs within your home or surroundings, you need to look into that. I say that to say this: someone else is always ready to fill in where you're lacking or slacking with your spouse or your mate. You don't want that to happen. I've known and seen those things happen, and it's not nice that somebody else fills in, that somebody else can make your spouse or your significant other feel better than what you're presenting to that person. It's not well, and it's not good. And we know a lot of times people get into relationships that have not healed yet from some past pains or hurts. True enough, a person can never substitute or mend together your pain from something somebody else sent you through. So the only thing they can do is guide you along the new path, the new journey in which that you should be on. And that is with that person that you selected and chose, or have chosen you. If you are not ready, people, to be in relationships and give your all, don't do it. It's not fair to the other party, nor is it fair to you, because what you're doing is you're setting your future. So it all depends on how you are dealing and addressing with that person. You're setting your future. So if you're monopolizing, playing games with that person, it will definitely come back on you. Some people feel so confident, that it won't, because they made a change in life. True enough, but the most important thing that I find that's helpful is, one, asking for forgiveness and apologizing to that person who you've caused to have a distortion about love, who made that person just to give up. I mean, so I've heard so many people say, "Oh, I don't want to be in love. I don't want to deal with it. I don't." It's awful that people have used the word so loosely that they don't even know what it means. To the degree that where it can bring you enlightenment and fulfillment, and it really can. So don't bring your baggage to other people if you're not going to ride the wave of life, because not every day is going to be a sweet day, though we wish and look forward to these days every single day that we're with someone that we choose to love. We wish and hope that it be a sweet day every day. But be intolerable, stand in your ground, take your stand. When something is not right, question everything. If something don't seem right, if that significant other, that partner, your lover, your spouse, cohabitant, whoever it may be, if they are bothered by your asking questions to give you understanding and reassurance, then they're not for you. Point blank, period. Because it's only right, true, and fair that you are giving the ultimate complete understanding as to what's going on. And a lot of times we shouldn't even have to find out and see what's going on. We should already know. But because things do happen in each of our lives on a daily, sometimes we do tend to kind of question things. It may not even be that the partner is off balance with something. It may be something that we've experienced personally or going through. We may have a bad day and we just can't get in that place to be fulfilled and happy. Maybe coming in from work or something, and just take a moment, step back, sit back, and reassess yourself, reset yourself, reevaluate yourself, because you don't want to take on negativity and impose it in on your spouse or your significant other. Make sure you have complete understanding. I can't express that enough. To have complete understanding with the one you love, because you chose that person or the person chose you. So your reason for coming together should always be your reason to stay together. If you feel you have lost that, be truthful, be honest with your mate. Tell them what you need. Don't be afraid, don't be shy. Only a mature man can handle what it is that you ask of them. If that individual is not matured yet, unfortunately, you may have some decisions to make. Because a lot of times, we want to grow with a person. We should already know what it is we are looking for in someone, and whether or not we can share any and everything with that person. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, be careful, don't tell your mate too much, or don't say this and that." Yeah, in the past, sometimes they have bitten me in the butt, but I like to be realistic and straightforward and honest, because what I know, what I put out in the atmosphere, it will come back to me. So, I can honestly sit here and say the love that I have given and expressed on other people have not always come back to me in the way in which I give it. That's okay. Now they gain some knowledge from me on what it is that they should give someone else. Am I cheating? Oh, it feels like it to some degree. But guess what? What we put out always come back in the right time. So I say that to say this. We want to be cautious on how fast we speak of our joys, of our goals, of our successes to other people, because sometimes somebody's always looking to bring you down, to pray against you on what it is. So with that being said, it's even more so important that you stay prayed up on the daily, every day, and that you and your spouse's significant other have a great open line of communication, to the point where you know your place, that you can trust that person no matter where they go or who they're around. I know I can trust myself. So I don't, that's just like if someone leaves bags of money sitting around. It ain't mine, it don't belong to me. I don't care how broke I am. I ain't mad. I'm not touching it. That goes with the companion of the opposite sex. Or these days, the same sex. But I love my man. Anyway, so, the best thing I can say is if each person is straightforward and honest, they won't have to worry about watching their shoulders, looking out to see if their mate's doing something that they shouldn't be against them, when we have to become FBI agents, because us women, us females, we some good FBI agents. A lot of times we ask things, some people don't understand it. We ask things because we know, even if we don't have it in black and white, we can feel it. Our intuition kicks in. It always alerts us and alarms us to ask these things. It's just like with my significant other is he's so open. I appreciate that because I can talk to him, ask him anything, and I'm an open book too. And he never gets upset, and I appreciate that because that allows me to open up the more, and vice versa. So when we are able to have that open book of communication, because it's like it's a learning experience where you're learning each other. You could be with somebody for 20, 30 years and you're still going to learn something that you had no idea about them. And why is that? That's because there's an experience that took place that hadn't yet ever surfaced or taken place in between you. And so you'll be looking like, or wondering like, who is this person? Where did they come from? That's just like with myself, past experience. Everybody say, Neva, she's so quiet, she this, she that. Yes, I am. I'm very respectful, I'm very kind, very loving, very helpful. But don't take advantage of me. Don't push me or even another person into a corner where they have to be in a defense mechanism. Because when you do that, you're intentionally, to me, that means you're intentionally doing something to see how you can make me move. That's dangerous. You shouldn't do that to nobody because you put them in an uncomfortable and uncompromising situation where it could be dangerous for yourself and myself or, others around you. So, the whole point of that to say is, be straight. Tell your partner what it is that you want, what you're looking for, what you desire. It could be kind of, a little nerving, a little shy to speak directly and ask them things. Heck, make a drawback. Write down things that you wish to experience or do with your partner. Make a grab bag or, something to say, hey, tonight you rub my feet, you give me a pedicure, manicure. I mean, you can take it to any degree level that you choose to. That's wonderful. Because there, if you're both adulting respectfully, lovingly, and kindly, oh my goodness, your whole universe will open up to that person. No matter who comes around you, their temptations will not allow you to do painful, hurting things to another. I don't care. Yes, girlfriend. Yes, boyfriend. You look handsome, girlfriend. You look beautiful, lady. Because you know what? Giving compliments to another person it's not a bad thing. I encourage compliment to the others, because that's helping build their confidence. And it also allows them to understand that not everybody is judgmental. Not everybody is the same. Not everybody wants and desire what you have, because we have a collage of people that can bring different experiences and different things into your life, into your circle, into your space. So, definitely, if you feel like you come home and on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, you're coming home, your spouses have the same pattern without addressing you, or they give you small talk but not enough to make you feel like this can continue, or we have a longer future together, longer longevity. Something needs to happen, because that's wasted time. That's wasted time, and I'm not encouraging, okay, run off to disregard your relationship. Because darn it, some got to give if ain't nothing coming. I mean, if nothing's balancing, keeping you balanced, keeping you afloat to grow. Because today here I will share an experience while I was in a relationship. So sweet, so sweet, so sweet. All these beautiful things. And every woman, every girl loves to hear all her dreams. This and that wasn't her dream. She wishes this and she desires that. And you'd be like, oh my God, this is so true. It's coming to life. It's coming to pass. Well, Satan has he has a motive as well. So with that being said, after some time, this person totally changed. And I know me, I'm straightforward. I'm very easy to get along with. And when you try to make me seem like I'm complicated, that makes me become, again, my favorite FBI, CIA. Now I got to dig. Now I got to find out why are you acting the way you are. And some people say, well, you shouldn't have to do all that. Well, if they're in your space, why not? If a person is in your space or y'all in the space that y'all have together, why not? If you won't give me the answers I need, and I have to look for it, and you won't be straightforward, somebody got to move out the way. It's not gonna be me, because I'm gonna have to keep my peace and sanity. So if you're flaking with my peace and my sanity, I'm looking to see what's the problem. Because if you're not going to be mature enough or adult enough, you have no business being in a relationship with anybody if you're not going to be straightforward. Well, some people say, well, maybe you want the one for that person. No, because each and every person know when they're dealing with that person, if they're for that person or not. You have to think about what motives do people have when things start changing. Because that was my question. What's your motive? Why are you here? What do you want? What's the problem? It became so aggravating to that person because me, I'm investigating. I'm going from A to Z. I don't have to get loud and nasty, but my firmness, it makes the spirit agitate. Made his spirit agitated because I'm going from A to Z, like I said. I'm going from A to Z on why are you here? What do you want? What are you doing? Oh, so you did that because this. I'm real good at connecting dots. So my thing is this: whether it's a personal relationship with me, for an example, because I'm very well sure this goes for anybody. Be sincere, because when you're found out that you're not, you're gonna lose. Even though that person that mistreated me, they felt they won. You still gotta answer to God, because one, the heart of half is pure. When you have a good pure heart, you have nothing to worry about. We're perfect. We're imperfect humans, so we have emotions, we have feelings. Of course, we're gonna deal with some pain and some hurt. That's normal to be expected when things do not. When another person don't be honest with you, more so even with themselves, because they lose out on the end. So, with that being said, do I feel remorseful and sorry for that person? Nope. Because it's not my problem. The problem, that's their problem, that they can be honest with themselves, that they don't feel worthy enough to be involved with someone that's kind, gentle, unsurmountable love, undying love. That then you have a problem. You seriously have a problem if you come into someone's space and they're pure, they're straightforward, they're honest. People look at that as a weakness. People look at the fact that you can love to no ends, and they look at it as a weakness. Could very well be my weakness and my strength. So my love that I have for others is a weakness and a strength at the same time. It's my strength because that's what I know. That's what I'm very well at doing and giving. It's my weakness because what I've currently been working on is setting some boundaries, letting some people know, hey, don't come over here with that space. This is when people bring negativity to you. Hi, Diane. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, May. When people bring negativity in your space, you have to be cautious on how much of that you listen to, how much that you take in, because you don't want that negativity and the negative spirit and mixing with your spirit. Because some people don't believe that really happens. It changes you. So, to be straightforward, some people say I'm a loner, but I can very well engage. I love talking to other people. I like getting insight and seeing, I look to grow. So when I engage with people, I'm looking for a way to help heal them if I can help them. Looking for a way where some clues or context that I can add to my knowledge of my life. Because I had endured a lot of pain. but no one would know. They would look at me as if I'm being conceited. I am so far from being conceited. I'm just so open that the way I deal and move around, it's like I have to be cautious because of all the pain that I've endured from people. And it's not just in relationships, it's family. It's those that really matter, that we know as people, that we know we should be able to count on. And unfortunately, when other people have pain in their past and have not found a way to deal with it, they tend to empty themselves on you, and it's not not in a nice way. So one thing that I have done that helped me move past a lot of pain, especially when it comes to relationships, is that I acknowledge and address that where my fault is in it. And it's not in a bad way. My fault in the situation is that when I saw something that was not right, I didn't question it right away. You know how you get those little signals in your body, little butterflies, or you kind of tilt your head like, And I may have questioned it, but I didn't dig enough to get a really satisfying response from my spirit. And when your spirit is unease, you have to do something about the situation. So, any past relationships I have had, I have always let that person know it's not all your fault, because at some point I should have been collectively gathered myself and moved on so that I can heal and move ahead. Some people be in relationships, they want to just say it's that person's fault, that person's fault. It takes two to be in a relationship. And until you have addressed the fact that you took part in the situation not working, or you overextended your stay with that person, you have to assume some responsibility in order for you to heal and move on. And move on fine. And you can move on fine, and you will be so free. I have personally had someone in my past, over 20-some years ago, actually literally, was it last year, apologized to me on how they treated me. He said, because you was a beautiful person, you this and you that. I said, well, he said, if I could just only have you back. I said, I'm sorry. Please let me go. Because you have to move on. In order to receive what's for you, you have to let me go. You can't hold on to me. That's not fair. That's not right. Because I don't backtrack. I never backtrack. It's not good, because when you're dealing in a relationship, you have to give in order to have some balance, in order to receive all that's for you. Me personally, I feel you should give it your all. If you're holding back, to me, that's like you're looking for a loophole to have a reason to say, this is not going to work for me. You don't want to waste people's time. Don't waste people's time. Time is precious. It used to be about money. It's about money too. And what I mean by that, back in the day, somebody said, hey, take me for a run me here and there. You say, oh, I need gas money. Well, now these days, it's about time. So, be respectful with people's time and their lives, because you don't know what space they in mentally to be able to deal with and handle all that you give them, especially if it's going to be derogatory and negative. Who wants to deal with all that? So, anyway, I just wanted to come on here and shoot the breeze and tell people, hey, come together. You have spouses in relationships. And this is really geared towards those who are married, because you can't be emptying yourself and giving your whole all to someone you're not committed to in the union, though you give enough to that person where they can know where you are, where you've been, and where you're looking for, where you're going to. Until you have gotten that union bond, then that's when you can open up a little bit more as you grow together. So, me stating the things I'm saying is not to be partial at all, because I don't expect nobody to be partial, because I know I ain't partial. I'm not impartial or partial when I'm dealing in relationships, because I expect what I give out is what I expect in return. So, with that being said, you take care of your spouse, you take care of your home, because there's always somebody else waiting to fill your spots that you're not doing. These people will go out and hang out and do things that's only meant for you and your spouse, and come home and you're wondering, okay, all of a sudden their health is getting back in order, they're looking good, they're this and they're that. If you know you had no part in it, then you need to it's something you need to revise about yourself. So on that note, I want you all to stay buckled in. Don't give up on love. Take that self-healing that you need. If you just came from a relationship where it was really heartbreaking, go ahead and do self-care. Encourage yourself, self-affirmations. Live. Don't sit too long. Don't sit too long hibernating about why this person did what they did to you. They did it because that's who they are. If you can put in your mind they did that to you because that's who they are, you're better off, and you'll be able to move ahead easier. So just accept that's their issue. As I tell people, when I look at what I just went through, I said, well, that's his problem. That's his mental issue. Because if you can't acknowledge someone is strong, firm, and want to go to the end's length with you, it's your problem. So that means that person have to deal with their own demons. I'm not carrying nobody else's weight no more. I'm not, especially when they're not straightforward. So let me reiterate that. If you know a person's being straightforward, that's different. But if you acknowledge that they're playing with your emotions, your life, and your time, they're a bad spirit. You have to get them out your space. Not only with that being said, this person actually deal with spirits. So that was I thought that some of my past relationships, I thought it was horrible. But as I told that person, you really made me appreciate my past relationships. And those weren't good and healthy for me. But because of that person want to implement and play with spirits with me, you got to go. You got to go. You got to ride out. Because that's something I don't do. My light will blind out your darkness. Because you can't bring darkness into somebody else's light. There will be chaos. There will be a fight, a spiritual fight that you have to take on. And it's not easy. And it was something that some of my folks was very concerned for me. And I'm like, listen, and that's their problem. That's their issue. As long as I got them out of my space and I'm staying prayed up and I'm doing things that God requires, I'm okay. I'm not worried. I don't expect nobody else to have that fear for me. If I don't have that fear of something that I know is powerless and they have not of God, the true God, the God of light, I'm not worried about it. I move forward. A lot of people would sit back and think that I'm have been living this lavish life when actually I'm fighting the negativity and the negative energy of what someone had brought into my space. But I push forth. I will rise above it. I always do, and I have to, because I want to be a great example for other people and for my family, for my children, for my grandchildren. Yeah, that we shouldn't tolerate too much of people's mess. Unless a person have went and got themselves delivered, saved, sanctified, and did as I said before, a 360. Said somebody said no, a 390. I said yeah, I take that one. That was sweet. You had to do a whole come around and some. So be gentle, be kind, be loving. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on love, because it's a beautiful thing. Don't sit back and be in relationships with someone wondering and wishing to have your past relationships. That's soul ties. That's not fair. That's not good, because it holds you back from continuing to grow in your current relationship. And embrace all of what's for you, all that's been blessed upon you, because we have to know at some point, even if a relationship do not work out, see and observe the lesson that was given you, because it's a lesson in every person that we meet. Just embrace that part. Don't hold on to the negative part. Don't hold on to the pain of it. receive your lesson, accept that, okay, there was a lesson in here. I got the lesson. Now I can move forward. And that's me personally how I do. That's how I'm able to move forward. Is I accept my lesson. And, it's always said, we repeat things. We repeat things in life when we have not received a lesson or gained a lesson in it. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll be back again soon. And if you're interested in coming on, I could share this platform. We could come on in here, chop it up. You can reach me on Neva, N-E-V-A, Fox, that's N-E-V-A-F-O-X 73@gmail.com. You can find the videos. I upload them on YouTube on The Love Storm Show. Or right here as you are presented today on the Neva Foxworth on Facebook. So if anybody's just looking to have a little exposure, we can push this out. Someone just want to open up and just, even if you have questions for myself, I'm open up for discussion. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. You all have a great day. And love is everything. Turn it up and don't stop loving so you don't miss your blessing. Peace. The Love Storm, Neva.